Sir, 'tis your brother Cassius at the door, who doth desire to see you.
Is he alone?
No, there are no other with him.
Do you know them?
No, sir, their hats are plucked about their ears, and half their faces buried in their cloaks, that by no means it may discover them by any mark of favor.
Let him enter. They are faction, O conspiracy, shamed though to show thy dangerous brow by night, when evils are most free? Oh, then by day, where we will found the cavern dark enough, to mask thy monstrous visage, seek none, conspiracy. Hide in the smiles of affability, for if thou pass thy native semblance on, not Erebus itself were dim enough to hide thee from prevention.
I think we are too bold upon your rest. Good morrow, Brutus. Do we trouble you?
I've been up this hour, awake all night. Know I these men that come along with you?
Yes, every man of them, and no man here, but honors you. Everyone doth wish you had but that opinion of yourself, which every noble Roman hears of you. This is Trebonius.
He is welcome hither.
That is Decius Brutus.
He is welcome too.
This Casca, this Cinna, and this Metellus Cimber.
They are all welcome. What watchful cares do impose on themselves? Bewitched your eyes at night?
Shall I entreat a word?
Here lies the east. Doth not the day break here?
No. Oh, pardon, sir, it doth, and yon grey lines that fret the clouds are messengers of day.
You shall confess that you are both deceived. Here as I point my sword as the sun arises, which is a great way growing in the south, weighing the youthful season of the year, some 2 months heads up higher towards the north, he first presents his fire in the high east. Stand as the capital, directly here.
Give me your hands all over, one by one.
And let us swear our resolution.
No, not an oath, if not the face of men, the sufferance of our souls, the time's abuse. If these motives weak, break off bedtimes, and if every hence in his idle bed. So let high-sided Tiny rage on, till each man drop by lottery. But if these, as I am sure they do, bear fire enough to kindle cowards and to steel with valor, the melting spirits of women, then countrymen, will we need any spurs to our cause, to prick us red dress? What other bond than secret Romans? And we have spoke the word, and will not palter. And what other oath than honesty to honesty engaged? That this shall be, or we will fall for it. Swear, priests and cowards, and men conscious, that welcome wrongs unto bad causes swear, the creatures of our men's doubt, but do not stain the even virtue of our enterprise, nor the insuppressive metal of our spirits. To think that our cause or our performance, did we need an oath, when every drop of blood that every Roman bears and nobly bears, is guilty of this severely bastardy, if he do break the smallest particle of any promise that hath passed from him.
What of Cicero? Shall we sound him? I think he will stand very strong with us.
Let us not leave him out.
No, by no means.
Oh, let us have him, for his silver hairs will purchase us a good opinion, and by men's voices to commend our deeds. It shall be said, his judgment ruled our hands. Our use and wildness shall no wood appear, but all be buried in his gravity.
Unleave him not, let us break with him, for he would never follow anything that other men begin.
Then leave him out.
Indeed, he is not fit.
Shall no man else be touched, but only Caesar?
Decius, well urged. I think not meet Mark Antony, so well beloved of Caesar, should outlive Caesar we shall find of him a shrewd contriver, and you know his means, if he improve them, may well stretch so far as to annoy us all, which to prevent, let Antony and Caesar fall together.
Our course will seem too bloody, Caius Cassius, to cut the head off, then hack the limbs, like wrath and death and envy afterwards, for Antony is but a limb of Caesar. Let us be sacrificers, but not butchers. Caius, we all stand up in the spirit of Caesar, and in the spirit of men there is blood. Oh, that we would then come by Caesar's spirit, and not dismember Caesar, but alas, Caesar must bleed for it. And gentle friends, let's kill him boldly, but not wrongfully. Let's carve him as a dish fit for the gods, but hew him as a carcass fit for the hounds. And let our hearts, as subtle masters do, stir up their servants to an active rage, and after seem to chide them. This shall make our purpose necessary and not envious, which so appearing to the common eyes, we shall be called perjurers, not murderers. And for Mark Antony, think not of him, for he can do no more than of Caesar's arm, when Caesar's head is off.
Yet I fear him for the engrafted love he bears to Caesar.
Alas, good Cassius, do not think of him. If he loves Caesar, all that he can do is to himself take thought and die for Caesar. And that were much he should, for he is given to sports, to wilderness, and much company.
There is no fear in him. Let him not die, for he will live and laugh at this hereafter.
Peace, count the clock.
The clock hath stricken 3,
'Tis time to part.
but it is doubtful yet whether Caesar will come forth today or no, for he is superstitious grown of late, quite from the main opinion of he held once, of fantasies, of dreams, and ceremonies. It may be these apparent prodigies, the accustomed terror of this night, and the persuasion of his augurers may hold him from the capital today.
Never fear that. If he be so resolved, I can oversay him, for he loves to hear that unicorns may be betrayed with trees, and bears with glasses, elephants with holes, lions with toils, and men with flatterers. But when I tell him he hates flatterers, he says he does, being then most flattered. Let me work, for I can give his humor the true bent, and I will bring him to the capital.
Nay, we will all of us be there to fetch him.
By the 8th hour, is that the othermost?
Be that the uttermost, and fail not then.
Caius Ligarius doth bear Caesar hard, who rated him for speaking well of Pompey. I wonder none of you have thought of him.
Now, good Metellus, go along by him. He loves me well, and I have given him reasons. Send him but hither, and I'll fashion him.
The morning comes upon's. We'll leave you, Brutus, and friends, disperse yourselves, but all remember what you have said, and show yourselves true Romans.
Good gentlemen, look fresh and merrily. Let not our looks put on our purposes, but hear as our Romans actors do, with untired spirits and former constancy. And so good morrow to you everyone. No, not an oath. If not the face of men. Bella was talking. Oh.
Here lies the east, doth not the day.
3, 2.
No, sir. They're half their.
Bye.